happened to me? What happened as I let it slip? I was confused by the powers that be, forgetting names and faces. Passers-by were looking at me as if they could erase it. Baby, did you forget to take your meds? Baby, did you forget to take your meds?
Welcome to Money again. Spectacular. We had the bounce. I'm so happy that we had this super important bounce that we were talking about yesterday. In yesterday video in the Spanish channel, we were around this area and we were saying like we have to touch this support and bounce. It's super important that we bounce. We have a lot of risk, just the Wall Street open. So now we have the American markets that they can give us feedback in some minutes. Seems like the futures of Standard & Poor's are up. So that's a good sign. And then where is it? Then the Nasdaq is also up. So we're going good. This is good sign. So let's see if the price of Bitcoin can push the resistance that we're going to mention now. We're going to go to the institutional order book, meaning where the big money is it right now. And so this support, is coming from beginning of the year. So that is super important that we can keep this support. And this support right now, I'm going to take out this arrow. And this support is like in the 83, about 83. But we're going to see in the order book, maybe it can be 81. So for me, that's going to be about the range between 81 and 86, 88. We're going to see the range now in the order book. But just to have a reference, is between this region. So we're going to draw now this in the new app of Money. Yesterday, I don't know why I didn't put the 85 resistance. But today, we're going to put all the supports and resistance because we are not going to discuss so much in the chats, probably. So there we go. Congratulations to everyone. I know a lot of people is in long since the last bounce. So congratulations to everyone. And now we're going to check this resistance that, as you can see in this region, we have what we were mentioning. In fact, it's a little bit below 86, but basically the grid is between 86 and 88. So we're talking about 1.45 to 4% range right now, where is the resistance. So I'm going to mark that points. And 86 is one of the points that seems that is having more liquidity. So that means that the probabilities the price reach 86, they are high. But also once we reach 86, that the resistance is going to be quite important. So if nothing happened crazy in the markets today, we have today Trump with the president of El Salvador, Bukele, in a meeting in the White House. Probably they're going to talk about security, and what most people expected is talking about crypto and the Bitcoin reserve of US, that now is 100% sure. But the point is if they're gonna buy Bitcoin, because then that is gonna start the race to buy Bitcoin for all the countries. If you are in Twitter, you can see every day more and more countries they are proposing or about to prepare a reserve of Bitcoin as maybe we cannot call yet a gold standard, but almost, right? So if you want to follow the Twitter of Transit Money with the well indicator and the live order book, I leave you the link there. It's totally free. So, okay, so we have the resistance there, but what about the supports? Because for me now, it's more interesting which entry points we have, right? So right now there is not so much liquidity in the support area. So that means that most of the market now, they expect the price keep pumping a little bit more, this 4%, between 1 and 4% more. And then we'll see if the market turn around and we expect another retest or even breaking the support. We have the 82, 78, and 75 as prices with most liquidity, but there are no liquidity. There is no liquidity in these prices. So that means that the market, the investors are betting for a short right now between 86 and 88. We have some 90s, 89. So we can have a surprise if there are very good news. But if there are not very good news, I think the range is going to be that 1.14% between 86 to 88, right? And then we have these interesting regions for the supports that is going to be, if you look, it's interesting because yesterday we had a very, very strong amount of liquidity in the 81s. Now start to enter a little bit more liquidity. We have the 80 because the price now is having a little bit of pullback, and let's see how the market react. But I don't think the traditional markets they correct yet. Okay, so let's go for that. I think between 80, 81,000 is going to be the first point. I'm going to go for the 80s because it's 80 because it's the psychological level. And maybe we have peak until 78. That will be between 5 and 7% approx. And then we have the 75. The 75 as the strong one. So let's check that. We have this descending wedge that is a bullish pattern. We have this resistance that is the 86, but as I told you, it's between 86 and 88. And then this region for me is going to be the 80, 81. This support that is the trend line that is coming from the beginning of the year. And then here, this region, the 75, basically. So for me, the best deal will be, I think, the 80,000, drop of 5%, 80,000, and more secure 75, of course. That the cost of bringing down the price from 80 to 75 right now is not so big. 80 is a lot of money already, 464 million, 81, 436. about, more or less. So I think the 80s, 80, 81, I think is the best bet to enter in long. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Which are your entry points? I'm super happy because I'm bullish for crypto, obviously, for so long. And let's see if the trade war with China is not getting worse. We have macroeconomical data in one day. This is the website of transcend.money. And here you have the macroeconomic calendar if you want. You have down below all the links. And we have GDP from China and industrial production. That the forecast, the GDP is worse, is going down, and the industrial production also is worse for China. So for that reason, they start to print in China. And we don't have to forget about Thursday for the interest rates of the European Union, because that can push the Federal Reserve to cut the interest rate. Seems that Europe is going to cut again the interest rates. At least that is the forecast. So everything is set up for the bounce, right? Everything is set up for the bounce. Another touch here will be very bad. Ideally, from my opinion, let me know in the comments down below what do you think, should keep fighting the 86, 88. That will be a good sign for Bitcoin. Obviously, if can break to the 90s, much better, right? But I think there is too much resistance now in the 86, 88. So better stay there than drop to the 80s, because that will be will create in the 4-hourly an M pattern or double top in 4 hours. That will be the 80s, right? Then that's the situation for Bitcoin. If you want, we're gonna go for Solana. Let me know in the comments down below if you want any other token. So for Solana, as you know, in Bitcoin, I'm waiting to enter at 80s. Let's see if I have the opportunity. And in Solana, I'm short from average price 127, I think. This is this. I have the entries here, some small entries in Bitcoin, 80, 111, and for Solana, I have 3 more entries in a grid. You know that I like to enter in grid. So now I'm in short, basically in Solana. So if the price reach 139, I enter again in short. And right now I'm 127, 21.50 with target right now, yesterday, $116. That will be 70% or how much? No, almost 100%, 87% profits. Okay, so let's see for Solana. This is the chart. Yeah, 116 will be just this trend line that we had recently since 24th of March, right? Okay, so, and we have here a kind of resistance. So this will be ideal for Solana to keep this level. Around 130 will be ideal. If we going back again for Solana, it's not so bad, because we can say that this will be a massive W pattern. Could be. That is not so bad for Solana. Well, it will create an M pattern here. That's true. That will be around 120 about. You know, the M pattern or double top is a bearish pattern, but this is a small one in 4 hours, right? Okay, so let's go for the order book. Let's see how is the order book. Okay, let's load. All these are the predictions we're doing every day, every 24 hours. We do a YouTube video in the Spanish channel and Mondays in the English channel. If you want more videos in the English channel, let me know in the comments down below, or in the chat, better said. Okay, so let's see how is the situation of the Solana. And before that, I would like to recheck again that we have liquidations around 86 on futures for Bitcoin, and around 83 for Bitcoin, also futures liquidations, right? So that's gonna be, it's not so bad because it's not so far from the price. Look how beautiful. This is the prediction of yesterday for Solana. We were around here, touch resistance, touch support, touch resistance. That's great. Okay, and so we touch 120. No, I don't think so. No, because I had before yesterday 120 exit. No. We have 125.28. Okay. So let's say liquidity 122. That's 23,000 Solanas. That's a support. It's very strong, no, but for scalping, yes, because it's almost $3 million. And then 130 is 8,000 Solanas, so it's not so much. Let's keep waiting. There is not a lot of movement in Solana right now in the order book from what I'm seeing. 131, so we're still okay with the price. It's like just touching the resistance we were mentioning. And yeah, I think we can wait a little bit, but I think the 137 seems is gonna be like the 86 for 86, 87 for Bitcoin. That's right now the top price, but it's so beautiful because we have 180 here, and this is just dreaming with the bull run, right? Just we need Trump that set up all the tariffs and the Federal Reserve to start to print money, and then we are set. Because I think we cannot be more bullish for crypto. I think we cannot be more bullish for crypto. Okay, so I think we're gonna keep it there. 137, 138, 41 million. Because let me check one thing. Yeah, this is the 177. So that will be the top of this channel that is coming from it's a very strong one, right? Okay, so there we go. There we go. So that's quite powerful right now. 1.2 in the Standard & Poor's up, and almost 2 for Nasdaq. That's good news. Okay, so we have a big gap, but hopefully it's gonna be okay. So there we go. There we go. The situation is set, and yeah, what I'm saying is like there is not so much liquidity for Solana. It's not so much money right now. Let me check the website from to see the. Yeah, there is not so much volume. So Bitcoin the last 24 hours is $18 billion, Ethereum 12, Solana 4. So what I want to see is this one. Let me put 10. So here, basically what we're seeing is the trades and the order book, the top 30 prices in the order book by liquidity, by USDT. And then the colors is updates or how close is the price. The blue and the yellow is how close this price is from the current price, right? Okay, so now we have a big now we have a big one. Now we have a big one. 117 and 113.2. There's a lot of liquidity in the price of Solana, but for the top, no. So people is expecting a correction for Solana. 116 is my point. In fact, I would like to put 16.1, no, place. Yeah, 16.1. So that's my target right now. Let's go. Will be that 87%. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so that's the wow, and we have again the 85. That would be insane. But this price we are seeing for a long time 85. So can be some very bad news, but in general, I think that's not on the table yet. So I think we are quite good with that. And the audio is working, right? Let me see. I think so. It's working, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I think we're gonna keep the video here because this seems to be stable right now in the market. But if we want to catch the opportunities, the markets are brutal, are very difficult to predict what the powerful people is gonna do, if they're gonna sign some kind of new law or not, like the tariff, and when the countries they are gonna agree or not. But I think if we keep in this with nothing new, let's say, this trend line could be very nice for Solana if we can keep it. We have some support around here. Yeah, we can. 130 is what we were saying before, that the 130 is quite important to keep it in Solana. And Bitcoin, the point is here. This is all the keys. I think the 82, 83 is super important, and the 86. So let's see the next hours. Maybe it's gonna take more energy, the price of Bitcoin. And if we don't have any news from the President Trump, we're gonna be stable. That's or China. That's gonna be the point. But for me, the strategy is gonna keep being the same. It's like if there is a big movement in the market, then I'm gonna enter in the opposite direction after that big movement. That it depends on the token, can be 5, 10%. And so if we have a new powerful uh, narrative from the market, then we can take an advantage of that with the positions prepared to enter in the market, and also with the strategy that I like, that is entering in grid. Right now, this is my strategy. Let me know in the comments down below if you have another one that you like a lot right now, some indicators or whatever it is, the strategy you like right now. So let's see. Maybe we're gonna keep in this range again. This is at least we are not in the panic mode when we were in 74. That was the double bottom. And let's see if right now it's still in the table, the 70s highs. So still opportunities in the market if there is some kind of bad news. But right now looks quite great, in my opinion. Looks very good if we don't have bad news. So thank you very much to everyone. Have a good luck with your positions, and see you in the next video.